Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at the King of Master League, and that is going to be level 51 Groudon here, 100% IV. We're going to be partnering it up with GIRATINA and Dialga, so we got two dragons in the back. It works out. We've used this team in the past before, but we're going to go ahead and revisit it to see what it can do here and have a little fun in the Open Master League. If you can hit that like button, it would be much appreciated. Now, I already mentioned this, but I will be upping the audio for the face cams as well as the Go Battle League videos like this one here. So we're going to see probably in a couple of days when it will be arriving, the new microphone. And we got the boost right before we went down. This is going to be the first time that I have used this type of professional grade microphone, so it is going to be pretty exciting here. Looked up all the reviews. It's just getting praised all around, so we'll have to see. But anyways, folks, again, if you do enjoy my content, please give it a thumbs up. It is much appreciated. Let's see what we have going on here. Bringing in our Dialga to take out their GIRATINA, and we're going to go ahead and go for Iron Head. What was that? Did they bring in their own Dialga? Yeah, okay. So we're getting the last shield. We have no more shields as well, but we are going to have energy stored up on our Groudon, and we're able to go for the Fire Punch and take the win up against their Dialga. All right, next battle, what are we going to see here? Zacian sounds good to me. Technically, Dialga doesn't really want to see this, although we do have Iron Head. This is a decent matchup. Going straight for the Precipice Blade, so I'm telling you, still, to this day, that move is very OP, and I'm loving it. I'm all here for it, as it should be. Finally, it has something amazing. All right, so we're going to be using both of our shields here. A little iffy while they're still holding on to two. Ton of energy on the Groudon as we're retreating into our Dialga when they do bring in their Ho-Oh. Sacred Fire is going to be doing a whole hell of a lot of damage here still, pretty much almost one-shotting us. Bringing in their own Dialga now, we can only kind of just fake them out, make them think it's a Draco, so we're getting a shield out of them. And now we got a 1-to-1 shield. Okay. Let's go ahead. Did I say that we use both shields? Alright, anyways, it's a long night last night. One-shotting their Dialga, get the hell out of here. And at this point, we're looking really good. I mean, our GIRATINA is going to be resisting it. They let the Precipice Blaze go, which did a decent amount, swapping into our GIRATINA, and yeah, that was a wrap there. Next battle, we're going to be met with a Dialga, and this is a great matchup here. The only problem is if they want to use two shields, I mean, by all means, go ahead, absolutely. Double shield it up. It could be an issue, but they're letting it go, and they wanted to bring in their Kyogre to go up against my Groudon. That's probably, they weren't trying to call anything, they just wanted to let it go and have that matchup. But we're immediately swapping into our Dialga, as we do have another dragon that can handle the Kyogre here. And this is actually one of my friends, as a matter of fact. I didn't realize it until we did get that friendship increase after the battle. It's always fun whenever that does happen. And they do have a Zekrom in the back, which is going to be doing a ton with that Dragon Breath. Bringing in our GIRATINA, and we're going to go ahead and let this go, hitting me with a crunch that's super effective, non-stab, getting to the ominous win, and we're going to hold on to our shield for the Groudon here. Alright, so we're going to immediately swap. We still have two shields, and at this point I think what we're going to do is just quick move them down. That's our only option at this point, and we're doing a decent amount of damage as we are super effective with that Mud Shot, and we are going to be able to take the win here, just quick moving down, and we're looking good. And there it is. Good game to my friend there. Alright, keeping it moving. What are we going to see next? Leading with Groudon the entire time. It met with Excadrill. This is amazing. Now in a little bit we are going to switch the team up, and I want to just do a little comparison to the Pokemon that we're seeing now to when I swap out Dialga and GIRATINA for Zacian and Rayquaza. It doesn't really change too much, to be honest, so we'll have to see here. Alright, so unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, oh, okay, well, this is unfortunate, yeah, that the Excadrill is going to be able to farm the hell out of us here, and that was a lot of farm for that thing. Bringing in the Groudon, winning the CMP, gonna force them to use a shield or go down with all of this energy. Going for a Fire Punch so we can start baiting the hell out of them and getting those shields out of the way here. We're gonna go ahead and shield up the first drill run. We know that they have another one ready to go, but we're gonna easily let this go because we're not gonna be double shielding this. There's no way. And they're swapping into a Lugia. So I go ahead and bring in our GIRATINA, and we're going to have a little fun here. Super effective damage, but at the same time, they're also dealing a ton of damage with that Dragon Tail. Holding on to that last shield here, and I think we're going to want to just shield this up. Yeah. Our Groudon is not looking too healthy. but we do have energy set on it, so we do have that lying in wait. Going for the Ominous Wind, it's really, there's no need to go for a Shadow Ball here. They're shielding it up. Can we get to one more? And we are able to farm them the frick down. Giratina is putting in the work here, folks. Let's go. And swapping into Groudon, going for a little bit of a combo breaker here. Fire Punch, and down goes Excadrill. We take the win. Let's go. We had a... It's a good battle there. Next match, we're met with a Zacian, and this is going to be a whatever situation here. The backline doesn't really want to see it as far as Giratina is concerned. That can go up against it, especially if it doesn't have play rough. Therefore, it's just going to get straight out countered because, well, close combat wall charge not very effective, right? All right, anyways, they're retreating. They have used an energy, bringing in Yveltal, and we're going to go ahead and swap into our Dialga. I swear I'm trying to I have to extra focus to say their names correctly. When I have all three of these, or at least these two on the same team, I don't know why I always mix their names up. Dialga and Giratina, I just don't know. Anyways, what's going on here? We're going to go ahead and let that go. Figured it was going to be a focus blast. And what we're going to do is bring in Groudon and farm them the hell down. Oh yeah, we're farming this flyer down with a ground quick move, therefore just getting that much more energy, bringing in their Zacian. We're going to go straight for the Precipice Blades. We are so good on energy here. Swapping into our Giratina to catch a close combat potentially, and that's exactly what we did. Very good, and they got their own Groudon in the back, and this is looking pretty good for us here. We're going to go for Shadow Ball right out the gate, and we're looking fantastic. They're using their last shield here, which is good. Now, a Precipice Blades is not going to be enough to take us out here. We're going to go ahead and let it go. Fire Punch is pretty much going to be able to do it, and unfortunately they're going to be able to get to it before we hit our Shadow Ball. So yeah, now we're going to have to shield up. I know, it's backwards. We should have shielded up the Precipice, but I didn't know they were going to outpace us here. Swapping into the Groudon, going for the Fire Punch, doing a little bit of another combo breaker here, and taking out the Groudon, and then quick moving down their Zacian, and we take the win. Let's freaking go, baby. Moving it on to our next battle, met with a Togekiss. This is not particularly the best situation, but it's not the worst, because, well, we are going to be able to spam Fire Punch, which does a decent amount of damage to the Togekiss. The only thing that you're going to want to pay attention to here is kind of timing when you throw your charge moves, as so you do not allow them to sneak a couple of quick moves through, which will make a big difference. If you keep on spamming these and they keep on sneaking a charm through, it does add up to, you know, 3 or 4 charms, and that will bring you a little bit lower. Anyways, we're going to let that go. It is going to be an Aura Sphere. We got a shield out of them right out the gate. We immediately bring in our Giratina, and they swap into a Garchomp, so we swap into our Dialga. Now, this is something that really pissed me off. So they go for a Sand Tomb. First of all, I figure that they're going to have Earth Power and Outrage with the Mudshot quick move, but no, of course they don't. So they got the shield out of me with the Sand Tomb. I'm going to use both. I use both shields here. That's not great. All right, so we've been debuffed by 2 stages for our defense here. Going for an Iron Head up against Togekiss, and they're going to be letting it go. They have their Giratina in the back themselves, so we immediately swap into ours and go for the Shadow Ball here right out the gate. Oh no, we go Ominous Wind, and we get the boost. It's a wrap. They back out. It wasn't looking good, but we take the win. Thank you, Giratina, for getting that boost on Ominous Wind. Next opponent, what are we going to see here? A Giratina. Okay, oh, Dialga. Look, if I miss calling their names here, I already told you, I don't know why. I just simply can't get it right when I see them both on screen. All right, so they're swapping into Mewtwo. We're bringing in our Giratina, and we're going to do that super effective ghost damage. Yeah, Ominous Wind up against that Shadow Mewtwo, letting the first Ice Strike go. So now we'll go ahead and shield this up, and now we both have 1 shields. We will be able to outpace them to the Ominous Wind, which will be enough to take them out. If they want to let it go, I would assume they do, and they do let it go down. Bringing in their Dialga to farm us up, which is a great play here. Bringing back our Groudon, they immediately swap into their Giratina, so we bring in our Dialga, and that's pretty much a wrap. Well, it's not a wrap. It's not over until it's over, but this is looking pretty good for us here. Getting to the Iron Head. Let's see, do they want to shield it up or let it go? All right, they're shielding it up, which is great. Perfect. So what's going to happen here is we're going to let this go. We're going to hit the Precipice Blades. They did get a little bit of extra farm there. We go for the Fire Punch. I don't think this is going to be enough to take them out. And it is. Beautiful. We still have a shield left, and that's a wrap. They back out. We take that win. We're looking good. Moving it on to our next opponent. What are we going to see with that Groudon? We're going to be met with another Groudon. Okay, we got a nice mirror match, and we're both 100 and best. No, we're not both 100. All right, ours is doing a little bit better. Anyways, going to go for the Precipice Blades right out the gate here. They're going to be shielding it up and building up a little bit of extra energy here. So what do we want to do? Let it go. We're going to go ahead and let it go and calling a freaking Fire Punch. And they're going to be swapping into a Mewtwo. And we're going to go ahead and bring in our Giratina. Super effective damage. We're looking good here. We could have went with Dialga as well, but we're just going to go ahead and stick to the Giratina here. All right, so we're going to go straight for the, what was that, Shadow Ball? All right, and they're going to be using their last damn shield too. Okay. Getting to the ominous win, but they are going to be getting to their charge move. So we're going to go ahead and shield this up. I wanted to farm a little bit more, but we're not going to screw around here before they just pull out energy out of thin air. You know how that works. It's always so fun. Anyways, they're going to be bringing back that Groudon here, and we get to the, get to the Shadow Ball. They have to go Precipice Blades here. They're going to have to use all that energy, and they do. Beautiful. Now, we still have a shield left, waiting for them to potentially throw and catch, but they don't. I don't know if they're still locked in here. Going for Precipice Blades. Down they go. And they've got a Zacian in the back, and they back out. That's a wrap, and we take the win. We're looking good. All right, now we're going to go ahead and put in Zacian and Rayquaza. Now, the Zacian's not maxed out. The Rayquaza is 100% IV and level 50. All right, so let's see what we have going on here. Groudon is still going to be leading the charge man with a Mewtwo. Nothing out of the ordinary here, really. So, okay, let's see what we have going on here. We're going to let that first Psych Strike go, no problem at all, because there's really no need to shield it up. Usually, if you do, they will want to swap after they got your shield. So we're going to go for Fire Punch bait, and we get the shield out of them. Beautiful. And then we're going to go straight for the Precipice Blades and then take them out. If they want to use 2 shields, by all means, be my guest. Be my guest. We'll go in here with Rayquaza and farm them down, potentially. It's just going to be better that way because you don't have to face any fairies, or if they have a fairy in the back, or a Dragon Breath user. All right, so they got a Dialga and a Kyogre. So we're up against it with our Zacian here. Good to go for that play rough, and this is looking interesting. They still have a shield left. Now, what we want to do coming out of this battle is leave the Kyogre with a little bit of health left. I do believe I undertapped this so that we can farm them down with the Rayquaza and have energy to go up against Dialga here. Now, they're going to get to a charge move, unfortunately, but it's Surf, and it's not very effective, but it is still doing a little bit of damage here to us. And now that we have our energy, we're looking good. This is getting a little bit close. Thank goodness for a Breaking Swipe to lower the attack guaranteed. So damn good. Swapping into our Groudon to get their last shield here. Going for the Fire Punch. We're not making it to Precipice Blades. We just need to get that last shield, and that's all we needed to do, and we did it complete. Mission complete. All right, bringing back that Rayquaza here. This is getting damn close. We made it to the Breaking Swipe. We did it. All right, and we're going to be able to take the win. So first time using this team here, and we're taking the win. I think I may have used some sort of variant of this team before in the past. Next battle, we're met with a Dialga. Okay, again, nothing out of the ordinary. Let's keep it going. That's just what happens in the Master League. The meta is so condensed that you're really not going to see too much outside of, you know, the handful of Pokemon everybody's using. But that doesn't mean that the algorithm is not going to hard counter you. Oh, you better freaking believe it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and bring in our Zacian to go up against this Lugia here. Very nice matchup, as you do have a massive resistance to that Dragon Tail that's not even getting stabbed, and Lugia's attack's not even that great. And letting the Aero Blast go, no problem at all. And they're going to be swapping into their Giratina, and we get to the Play Rough, which is going to do super effective damage. Do they want to shield it up or let it go? Then they're letting it go, holding on to that last shield while they're farming us all the way down. All right, so I think we're going to want to bring in our, Groudon here. And, ooh, I should have probably threw, huh? So they're going to go straight Shadow Ball, and I swap. So we're holding on to that energy. Okay, we're going to have to use a shield here because I'm not trying to get hit by a Shadow Ball, right? And this Dragon Tail is going to be doing a lot. Now, we're in a little bit of a predicament. They got that Dragon Tail, which is doing a decent amount. Sure, we're going to lower their attack, but Rayquaza's not the tankiest thing around, and this is getting a little interesting here. Our Groudon does have about 2 Fire Punches ready to go, so we do have that ready on deck. It doesn't have much health, so we need to be quick with it when it does happen. And they can't swap to, refresh their attack stats that have been dropped here. And it looks like the Rayquaza is going to be able to solely do it by itself here. Now, this Sky Attack is not going to be enough to KO us here. Rayquaza is going to survive, and we do, and we take the freaking win with it. Let's go, Rayquaza and team. Next battle, what are we going to see with Groudon? We're met with a Dialga. Again, nothing out of the ordinary. Let's have a little fun here. Going to go straight for the Precipice Blades, and I do believe they let this go as well. I was just saying, it is a Fire Punch. You don't need to shield it up, and bam, let's go. Bring it in a Landorus, so they're probably not too surprised. They're like, okay, well, there's a chance I'm going to get one-shotted here. I'll let it go and bring in my Landorus, so that's probably their game plan. Hitting me with that superpower. Now, here's the thing. They have just debuffed themselves by 4 stages, so we're going to go ahead and hit that Fire Punch, which is going to pretty much almost KO them. Well, not quite. Not good. It's going to do a decent amount. So we're going to go ahead and throw it again since they're debuff and they haven't swapped, and then we're going to swap ourselves into our Zacian here, and they're going to be bringing in their Giratina. And this is fine. Go for that play rough. This is actually looking pretty good for us here. Shadow Ball's not going to be enough. We're not going to be able to quick move down. Oh, they go for Ominous Wind, trying to bait us here. So we're building up to extra energy. Going to go for close combat here. See, well, I don't know if that was... Yeah, I don't know. That was the smartest here. This is probably going to be Shadow Ball. Yeah, because there's no point to bait when you have no health. Bringing in Rayquaza to farm them up. But I think I kind of wanted that to happen anyways. That's why I went close combat. I wanted to get a little farm off of them. Alright, so bringing back the Landorus here. Immediately throwing the Breaking Swipe so they cannot get to another damn Stone Edge here. And this is going to about wrap it up. Folks, if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. And I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic! You will see.